Thank you, Hall H. We'll see you next time. Love you. Thank you.
Marvel blew the roof off at Comic-Con 2019, but what does it all mean for Phase 4? We're here to break it all down for you right now. Hello, friends, and welcome to The Catch-Up, the new show from Rotten Tomatoes where we explore what the latest movie and TV news means to you. After skipping Comic-Con 2018, Marvel came in full force this time around, basically giving us a reason to live until 2021 and proving Endgame truly wasn't the end of the world. You guys, Hall H was happening on Saturday night. H stands for happening, with one of the most mind-blowing announcements being Marvel's first horror film. That's right, guys. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is coming in May of 2021, and with some of the darker themes and concepts explored in the comics, it is no surprise that director Scott Derrickson promised Hall H that he's gonna make, quote, the first scary MCU film. Yup, pick that job off the ground.
This doesn't make any sense.
Not everything does.
The first Doctor Strange is a certified fresh 89% on the Tomatometer, and we know that Benedict Cumberbatch will be joined in the sequel by Elizabeth Olsen as Scarlet Witch. The movie will be a direct follow-up to her Disney Plus show Wandavision, which was also announced. It's unclear who else will join the cast, but some are theorizing that Scarlet Witch will actually turn evil and become the main villain. And it's heavily rumored that the very dark character Nightmare could be involved as the bad guy. But either way, fans are pumped. Like this user who tweeted, Doctor Strange 2 is a horror film. The MCU's finally going dark after being super goofy for years. I couldn't be happier. Assuming that everyone who writes in caps is screaming, right? And another who said, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is the coolest ever. Another shocking announcement to come from the Marvel panel was the introduction of Blade into the MCU with two-time Oscar winner Mahershala Ali in the role. Cue the club horn. Ah! No one saw this coming, guys. And it just so happens that Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige told us how that all came together.
Mahershala wants to come in and meet with us. And when Mahershala Ali wants to meet, you take the meeting. And I think he had just come off of his second Academy Award. And we were talking, he was very polite, and he was talking about what a fan he is, and then he just cut right to it and was like, Blade. And we were like, yes.
So Hollywood. Now, you guys remember the Blade trilogy from the late 90s and early 2000s with Wesley Snipes. It was classic Wesley. Well, despite a rotten average of 45% on the Tomatometer, fans are definitely excited to see the character back on the big screen at some point. And some are already planning their outfits for the premiere. And by the way, speaking of Oscar winners, one of the most surprising Marvel announcements came in the form of the next Thor movie, Thor: Love and Thunder. Are you sitting down for this one? Natalie Portman is taking over as female Thor. It'll be in theaters in November of 2021, and don't worry, hardcore Thor fans, Chris Hemsworth will still be in the movie too, along with Tessa Thompson, who co-starred in the certified fresh Thor Ragnarok in 2017. She will be the first Marvel LGBTQ superhero. What a time to be alive! Portman played Thor's human love interest, Jane Foster, in the first two Thor films, but then seemed to step away from the role. So, her brief appearance in the certified fresh Avengers Endgame earlier this year, along with this announcement, has fans on Twitter saying things like, Natalie Portman is Thor? If I'm dreaming, don't wake me up. And everyone, shh. Natalie Portman playing Thor is the only thing I'm gonna talk about from now until forever. And if we're gonna be talking about surprise casting details, we have to talk about the Eternals, y'all. Rumors were confirmed that Angelina Jolie is going to be in it, and she's playing Athena, the inspiration for the Greek god Athena. And being that Angelina Jolie is in fact an actual goddess, this makes sense. I know what I'm gonna be for Halloween now.
Who's your daddy now?
And Marvel also revealed that Salma Hayek, who will be the leader of the Eternals, and Lauren Ridloff are playing original male characters from the comics. And on top of that, Ridloff is the first ever deaf actress. And they'll be joined by some pretty sick company: Kumail Nanjiani, Richard Madden, and Brian Tyree Henry. And a diverse cast that incredible is obviously going to turn some heads. Twitter users went nuts, saying things like, holy shit, Eternals cast is so diverse, I'm crying. And we really getting a deaf actress in the MCU, and that is something to party about, along with my personal favorite, just wow. And if I may get a little nerdy for a minute here, how exactly will the Eternals tie into the MCU is gonna be mucho talked about. Along with the fact that Thanos is technically an Eternal, they also tie to the Celestials, which we've seen in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, and they've battled the Kree, who you might remember from both Captain Marvel and the Guardian movies, not to mention Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So it's gonna be really interesting to see how this all plays out. And since I just mentioned a great Marvel TV show, it's worth knowing that dates and details were revealed around a whole new slate of shows for the Disney Plus streaming service. And guess what? They will all be tied into Phase 4. The list is pretty epic and includes Jeremy Renner's Hawkeye, Tom Hiddleston's Loki, WandaVision with Olsen's Scarlet Witch and Paul Bettany's Vision, and Falcon and the Winter Soldier with Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan. So get your checkbooks ready, guys. Just kidding, no one uses those anymore, but you know what I mean, because Disney's taken over the small screen.
When do we start? We just did.
And if you're still with us, and you're not deceased, and your mind isn't sufficiently blown yet, add on top of that the other movies that were announced, including Guardians 3, Black Panther 2, Captain Marvel 2, and Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. That one will feature the iconic villain Mandarin, the real one, not the one from Iron Man 3, you get it. As for beyond the year 2021, Feige confirmed at the panel that Fantastic Four, thanks to Disney's acquisition of Fox, and the Mutants are now in active development too. And I'm just gonna need to take a breather because this is a lot, you guys. It's like Christmas on steroids. The good news is our next taste of the MCU, as we've all assumed, will be Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow coming next May. The panel announced that actress Florence Pugh will be joining the cast and that the movie will take place between the events of Civil War and Infinity War. They also showed off some exclusive footage to the room, and since I wasn't there to see it, I'll take ScarJo's word for how intense it is.
A lot of fighting. Girls fighting girls. It's brutal.
It's a good time to be a Marvel fan, and apparently there is a lot of them. Because the Marvel panel opened with the news that Avengers Endgame officially passed Avatar as the top grossing movie of all time. If that isn't a mic drop, I don't know what is. I know. We just threw a lot at you, and there are so many crazy theories to keep you up at night now. So it is time to kick it over to you now. What are you most excited for? Will you be getting Disney Plus? What do you think will be revealed at Disney's D23 Expo in August? And is Disney in the Illuminati? Just kidding, don't answer that one. But let us know all your thoughts in the comment section, and for all the latest trailers and news from Comic-Con, head on over to RottenTomatoes.com and make sure to hit that like and follow button because it is free. Thanks for watching our new show, The Catch Up. As always, I'm Naz Perez, and I'll see you guys next time.